Hi, I'm Joy Jeffries, and I'm the Tourism Director for Frankfort and Franklin County, and we are here to talk about October events. And actually, for those of you who think there's not much to do around Frankfort and Franklin County, and you are oh so wrong, there are so many things to do, October events, that we're having to do this in 2 segments because we couldn't get everybody on the stage. We have Angela Traver, who's the Public Relations Manager at Buffalo Trace, and she's going to talk with us about the haunting of the distillery. And then we have Lori Davison, who is here to talk about the walk with the animals at the Wildlife Education Center. She's the director out there. And we have Zach Hall, who is with the YMCA, and he's going to share with us about the black cat chase. And just because I was so incredibly taken with your email that came late yesterday or early this morning, Zach, let's start with the black cat chase. Tell us what the 10 reasons are that people, the top 10 list of why people should participate. I'll tell you my favorite one then later.
Well, one is to be healthy. I think that's the important one.
Should. Yeah, we should probably mention that. Yes.
I'll let you talk about one reason later, but another reason is that we have the proceeds go to a great cause. It goes to support our annual campaign. So
yes,
to support Frankfort children and families in the
area that could not afford to take advantage of the YMCA
right.
and subsidize.
So
yes,
I think that's our number one reason.
For
that
sure.
was on the list. The others is you get to dress up in costume and run around the streets in Frankfort.
And you can't do that just every day.
Yeah.
You can.
And the police
we actually do have some people that do, but this is without getting arrested, Angela. Right.
But your favorite reason, and one of our big pushes is we're going to offer free childcare for all the participants. So.
And you've already got a taker.
That's
Angela.
right.
I'm so excited. I didn't know that.
So,
she was trying to find a babysitter, and now she knows she doesn't have to. Yes.
Right.
And the date for that is?
Friday, October 30th, 7 p.m. It's a 5K run, or you can walk.
And some people do walk.
Yeah, a lot of people walk. Families come do it. Bring your dogs. Bring your baby strollers.
I've seen a lot of people pushing baby strollers.
We encourage anyone and everyone. So I know we have a 4-year-old registered, and we have a 75-year-old already registered. So all ages are welcome. So.
Well, and I know you've really turned this into a big race. I mean, how many people are you probably looking at?
We had over 1,000 last year, so I'm hoping for 1,100 or more. I think the biggest difference this year is we're going to add electronic chip timing. It's going to take a little bit of stress off of us during the race, and it'll be exact, accurate results for all the participants. We have this disposable chip that it's in a piece of paper basically that'll attach to your shoe. And as you go across the starting line, your time will start, and as you go across the finish line, your time will stop. So
that's kind of cool, isn't it?
It's pretty exciting for us.
That was in the top 10 reasons, too.
It is,
that's
another
wonderful.
reason.
Those are great.
So we're excited about adding that.
And how would someone register for that?
They can do it at any YMCA location, or we have online registration through our website, frankfortymca.org.
Pretty easy to remember.
Very
that
easy,
one, isn't it? And the haunting of the distillery is the first event that we're talking about here, and that is October 24th. Tell us what's going on with that. Although people are hopefully familiar with all of these events, actually.
It tends to be one of our events that draws the largest crowd. We have several hundred folks that show up for the haunting, especially if the weather's nice. It will be very similar to what it has been in years past. One thing we're going to be doing, we're going to have 4 different haunted areas, and we're going to kind of break it up by age groups. So we'll have something for the little ones that's not scary at all, and then it'll get progressively scary as you go up till you hit the clubhouse, which is the scare your pants off zone, as I like to refer to it. So there'll be a little something for everyone. So please, everybody come. From little ones to adults, there'll be something to do. As always, the events are complimentary.
Are you going to have the disclaimer like they have at Disney? If you have a heart problem, don't enter this.
It's possible. I haven't seen that, but anything's possible. We'll be handing out candy at all different stops around the distillery. We'll have the hayride as we've always had in the past through the distillery grounds. Nothing like riding through there on a crisp autumn night and smelling the angels share. So it's a really lovely evening. It's a lot of fun. You see some great costumes that come out, and it's a lot of fun to do. We're very happy to be able to do this stuff, and and to participate with things like this in the community, like we would do with the egg hunt and the lighting and things like that. But the haunting's one of my favorites. It's just really fun to see all the little kids dressed up, and to have something really for everyone, of all different ages.
Yeah. Well, I know I really appreciate what Buffalo Trace does. The YMCA, by even their name, is with families, and we expect that. And the Education Center at Salado is geared to families. But the distillery wouldn't have to be community or family. No, you wouldn't have to be. But I know you take great pains in planning events for families, and as a person in this community, I appreciate that.
Well, thank you. We're very happy to do it. And one of the things we would like to thank is all of our volunteers who come out. Throughout the year, all of our different events, we have all kinds of different organizations from the community, such as Lifehouse for Animals, the Kiwanis Club. K-State is a great partner with us. They're doing some help with the haunting, along with the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, and I'm sure there's some I've left out. But every event that we do out there, we have folks who come out and help us make it possible, who volunteer their time. They enjoy it too, because they could be a part of the action, and we usually help them with some funding for their organization. So it's a really good partnership, not only with the community, but with the organizations in the community who help make it possible as well.
That's wonderful. And there's no registration for this? It's
no,
just
absolutely
you all
not.
come, huh?
The times are from 7 to 9, so just show up and be prepared to have some fun.
That's absolutely wonderful. It actually says here 6. I guess that's when you can get on the grounds, but the event starts at
7. Yeah, I wouldn't show up too much before 6:30. There's not going to be a whole lot to see, and if it's cooler, but yeah, right around 7 is when everything's going to open and start.
Happening. And Lori, the Walk with the Animals, which is such a popular event.
It is.
Tell us about that.
So we're really looking forward to it this year, because at long last, Halloween is on a weekend again. I think last year we were dealing with weekday events, but we're going to do it on Saturday the 31st. And it'll be very similar to last year. We've, if it's been a while since people have been, maybe they've got some new kids that they want to bring along. We've added a lot, and so while you're waiting in line to get in the door, we're going to do free face painting for the kids. That was really popular last
along
year.
The walk out there coming
along the walk, yeah. And then once you're in, all the kids take a passport from exhibit to exhibit and get trick-or-treats, get their treats along the way. We're going to have a fishing booth and a hay bale maze, and the Creatures of the Night was a new addition last year, which is kind of a kid-friendly haunted house, but with an animal theme, a wildlife theme. And the Walk the Wild Woods, which will be short guided tours through a section of our hiking trail, and it'll be led by woodland animals. So this is going to be a lot of fun.
Oh my!
Yes.
Yeah. So they could do. Actually, they could just be busy for the whole month of October.
That's absolutely right.
Our families, yeah. Well, one nice thing, I know that parents in particular are concerned about trick-or-treating anymore, and it's a different world than it was. Well, you guys are all young, but it's a different world than it was when I was a child, 64 years ago. But this is such a safe environment, both of these Halloween events. It's a really nice alternative to trick-or-treating for your children, and I know at Salado it's not only a fun event, it's an educational event.
Yes.
Children learn things without even realizing they are, which is the best way to get them.
That's the reason we do it. It's a good way to get a lot of kids out there so we can pass on a wildlife message.
I was just out there last week for your family fishing day and judged the wild game cook-off. Oh, I know it. That's what I thought too. I can see the look on your face.
No, it's just joy judging the wild game.
Oh, you should have seen my staff. They were teasing me about I was going to be eating roadkill and beaver tails, and they were really giving me down the road. It was delicious. We've absolutely got to do one of these shows to really pump that. I know we did it, but now that I've been there, I can really get a lot more enthusiastic about it. I am telling you, everything they served was phenomenal.
Yes.
They had a duck that was so